This is the first time we get to encounter each other.
Yes, yes. I always follow you in social media and I really appreciate all the work that you do for the community.
Oh, I'm trying my best here in Florida.
Yes, so you are based in Florida right now.
I'm in Florida right now. I was just at the beach not too long ago, maybe half an hour, half an
Oh,
hour
that's
ago.
nice, yes.
Yeah.
That's nice. And I apologize for the time zone confusion.
That was me. It's not your fault. It's always me. I have so much going on that sometimes I'm not sure what planet I'm on. Nonetheless, the time.
Yes. So I would like to know more about you. I'm from Mexico, for example, and I'm from the Zen Buddhist community in Mexico.
Mm, I see.
Yes, yes,
I have seen some of your journeys, being invited in other places within the interfaith community. It's
yes.
something that has been on my agenda to merge the faiths together. As you noticed, every Christmas I merge the teachings of Christ and Buddha.
Yes.
Mm.
I always follow the mentions that you do about Jesus and Buddha. That's
Yeah,
very, very important.
yeah.
So I would like to know more about your experience with interfaith.
I was born and raised Catholic,
Okay.
and I don't think that worked out for too long. And then my grandmother got me into Buddhism. I was on a very suicidal path at age 26, around 26. So I decided, well, if I don't choose Buddhism, I was going to be either dead or in prison. So I figured I
Yes.
should give this a try as my last resort. And it's going on 8 years now as a Buddhist monk. And, I tried out the TikTok thing and I blew up on TikTok, and I couldn't say no to people who reached out for help, wanting to know more about Buddhism and meditation. So I took on that task and just created a lot of programs along the way over the past 5 years on social media. For myself, even though I was born and raised Catholic, I have always been studying philosophy and meaning of life, purpose in life, spirituality for a very long time, perhaps 20 years. Hmm.
Yes. 20
Uh,
years.
right, of direct and indirect study, formal and informal studies. Mm.
Yes.
I attended Ecker College for 4 years in counseling psychology. So I just put all of my life experience together, and then when I became a monk, I gave it all away. Use all of the talents, education, and experience to help suicidal teens.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the time of this talk, I'm working a fentanyl case. We have a lot of fentanyl overdoses. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. That's very important, the work that you do. So I'm working for a organization called Religions for Peace, which is a interfaith organization globally,
Mm,
but also I'm working locally for Arizona in
mm.
Faith Network, that is a local interfaith organization. So I have been talking about you with many friends of the interfaith movement because I
Oh,
really appreciate all your leadership, and I would
mm,
like to invite you to some of the talks to speak about Buddhism
mm.
and the work that you do for social justice.
Sure, sure. I think the world needs a strong voice. My
Yes.
background includes law and medicine. So you have to be, well, I think lately, because you joined in on my live talks at night, the one on one sessions, you can see that I'm not like most monks, not like most venerable who are really nice, really tolerant, really patient, really compassionate. There is a mixture of my personality that you see, where in front of me there are 20-year-old students, and the Buddha told us that we need to tame those who needs to be tamed.
Right.
So therefore, the teacher has to crack the whip. The teacher has to know how to put them in their place, and the Buddha also gave us permission to use the language of the people.
Right.
And as you've noticed, my language have been quite strong lately.
I
And
really appreciate that. That is very necessary. I love when you talk about the inclusion of the LGBT community because I'm part of the LGBT community. I'm gay, my husband is Muslim,
Mm,
so I really appreciate your voice to
mm.
speak out about that
It
from the
is
Buddhist community.
it is quite of a person could perceive it a little bit stern and a little bit aggressive because as a celebrity monk, we don't I don't exempt praise or blame, said the Buddha. So therefore, it comes off as quite necessarily some ego in it, some aggression in it, so that it wars off the necessary evil that tries to infiltrate and the proliferation of hate towards LGBTQIA plus or any the existence of any proliferation projection of hate towards crimes against humanity. So they have to go through me before they go through any of you guys, and I make sure that they get the whole package of Venerable Jidao.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I always appreciate your leadership, really,
Yeah.
that you speak out about that.
Mm.
Yes. So there is many things that I want to collaborate with you, Bernabo. Few of the things is to invite you to speak about a topic that you are working on. So you mentioned that you are working on mental health, for
Yes.
example.
Yes.
Yes. What about criminal legal reform? Do you hear about what is happening here in United States about the criminal legal reform?
There's
That
been legal reforms for the past 10 years,
right.
and there are subsections within the legal system. Mind you, I work in the justice system as a judicial interpreter for
Okay.
15 years, and there are many types of reforms. Whether it is effective and efficient, we don't know. That's subject to scientific measurements. But I like for you to tell me what you have been observing, because anytime when we speak of reform, we don't know what has been reformed. Any targeted area specifically within the justice system is just very big umbrella and branch of it. So if you could narrow it down for me, and I can give you whether or not I have been informed on the latest reform.
Thank you. Of course, specific, for example, with the organization Arizona Faith Network, that's a topic that we are working on, specific for the state of Arizona,
Mm,
and how the uh, incarceration of people in Arizona is increasing,
mm,
and how that also became a businesses
mm-hmm,
because there is private companies who are in charge of the prisons, for example.
mm.
So what I would like to do with you, with Arizona Faith Network in you, is for you to share with us your experience about criminal legal,
Mm,
something that you may have on experience.
mm. Yeah, I think Arizona has a lot of immigration issues, right? A lot of immigration issues,
Right.
a lot of green card, illegal immigrants. I think across the United States, well, particularly here in Pinellas County, the jails have gotten bigger. The courthouse has gotten bigger. The police cars have gotten nicer. They're getting new
Yeah.
guns. They're getting more handcuffs. So, therefore, we see across the United States a lot more people are going to jail, incarcerated, and convicted, and a tunnel to go to prison directly. Technology is supposed to make us smarter, but I don't think that we have evolved more intelligent. Internet nó mới bị cắt.
I think that was the internet connection.
It's probably me not paying my bills. I'm
You are
sorry.
mute, Bernard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I didn't pay my bills this month. So, the secular world go to jail at a very high rate of speed. So yeah, I don't mind at all. This is actually my specialty, which is the criminal justice system, to talk about the root cause of the problem, what is the present presenting problem, and what we can do about it as interfaith community to solve, coming up with an effective solution for society, so that they don't become a Department of Correction number within the prison system.
Thank you so much. That's very important. And it's very powerful coming from you, from the Buddhist perspective
Mm.
also. So I will introduce you a little bit about Arizona Faith Network, sharing right now my screen. Yes, you can see my
Oh,
screen.
look at that.
So this is the organization called Arizona Faith Network,
Mm.
and is focused in social justice, theological, environment, criminal legal reform, heat relief. As you know, Arizona is part of the desert of Sonora, so it's very, very hot and very extreme, the heat. Also, we have a youth group of people of diverse religions, racial justice, voting rights, and the protection of the Grand Canyon,
Mm.
the environment. So, if there is these topics that you can abort from the Buddhist perspective, that will be great. So
Yeah.
we can schedule a time for you to present that with the Arizona Faith Network.
I will actually move according to your time zone and your convenience to make it easy. It seems like you guys have a lot going on, and I move
Thank
my
you.
schedule around to cater to others. I have always done that. You know,
Thank you so much.
I'm not one of those monks that says, "Oh, I'm really busy. Please speak to my assistant. Oh, here's my calendar. Please choose from them." I try to move fast, quick, effective, efficient, and actually anyone can call my cell phone. So please don't ever think that there's a wait list with me, and I prioritize people within any and all faiths. Yeah,
Thank you so
priority.
much. Really appreciate that. That's very, very nice from you. I wonder which day of the week will work good for you. Like weekend?
It's up to you. Just whenever you have a large crowd, I would imagine it is a large digital crowd, right? That will be waiting to listen.
Right.
Yeah, you just let me know which one is next, and I'm looking at my calendar here on my laptop, and I can
Yes.
tell you if this yes or no. Right now, it looks pretty clear.
Yes. For example, on the 22 of March starts Ramadan, the the month of fasting for the Muslim community.
Mm.
So could be on April or May, if it's okay for you.
You like for me to speak in April or May?
Right.
Sure, no problem. March.
If there is a day that you think that will be good to do it. I was wondering, Bernabel, do you celebrate the Vesak, the day of the Buddha?
Yeah, I the all of the Buddhist holidays. You know, as a clinical Buddhist monk, I have to cater to a lot of emergencies here in Florida.
Yes.
The suicides, the one-on-one counselings that happens every single day at 8 o'clock at night.
Yes.
So there are times where I participate, and there's times where I can't participate because there are more pressing, urgent, imminent priorities
Right.
than festivities. The purpose of Vesak and the purpose of all holidays is to remind people the importance of coming back to yourself. The triple
Yes.
gem. Well, when a person has practiced right and has been practiced for a long time, well, you don't have to chant anymore, and you can quite quick. You can skip the festivals and holidays. Right, the Buddha just wants you to remember, and we have these festivities so that we don't forget. So
Yes.
therefore, as a clinical monk, I now not engage so much into the festivities, but rather to prioritize people.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This is very, very nice from you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Because it's easy, right? If it's easy for a monk to just do festivals every 3 months, every 4 months, he's out there and chanting and praying and collecting donations, and then just go back being what they're doing. If you notice that there's no monk out there like me that do what I do, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
directly engage in Buddhist psychotherapy. It is very difficult. You have to be very skilled.
Yes.
Wanting to do it but not knowing the how to do it could harm a lot of people, and we would have more suicides. So,
Yes.
and I train other monastics to do the same. I'm training students to assist me. Yeah, and it's been a very exhaustive process. That's why I think historically you've only seen me like do like two or three Vasa Basak celebrations. And
Yes.
rarely do you ever see me chant because chanting is a waste of time. We know that. Chanting is for people who
Yes.
who forget often the
Yes.
triple gem. Then it's just like, well, or younger monks, they have to chant because they want them to get into the habit of remembering and not forgetting the ritual and practices. But once you have graduated, that's why you don't see Yutatamo chant or other monks spend too much time chanting.
That's right. I want to learn from you.
uh,
And I, after this conversation of the program that we want to do together, I also wonder how I can learn more from you. I always follow you on social media, but if there is any program online or something that I can join you, I would be happy to learn more from you.
oh, it's very simple. I can send you let me see this, the cognitive behavioral therapy. This is prerequisites before I teach meditation. Anyone that's dealing with any type of stress has to go through cognitive behavioral therapy. It's very effective, very easy, understanding the mind. My concern is whether or not people are understanding their particular unique mind. And if they don't, we have to use the best available science to understand first and foremost our own mind. And once this this 300-page book is being read, the exercises are being done, some reflections, clears the way to study Buddhism. I
Yes.
assert that it's difficult to learn Buddhism if a person is actively suffering, has tremendous amount of anxiety or depression. So therefore, there has to be a method and a process on how to study and practice effectively. So every teacher has their own methods, and these are the methods that I have came up with, and it's quite easy. More than happy to share it with you, and looking forward to working with you, and looking forward to visiting Arizona one day. I have a couple of students in Arizona that I do Zoom meetings with, and I'm well aware of the amount of police shootings, the amount of police brutalities that is going on. It's a lot of work to do in Arizona. Probably not as bad as here
Yes.
in Florida because you guys are frontline with, again, the immigration issue, poverty, homelessness.
Yes.
Yeah, and the heat.
Yes.
The heat drives everybody crazy. That's why.
Yes, that's
We
other
have to
thing.
get them to cool down. Buddhism need to come
Yes.
to cool down.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
So we need you in Arizona.
Mm.
That this program we can do it online, but in the future we can do something in person. We can plan to do something in person to help you to transportation for Arizona
Mm.
and do something in person. So I wonder if in terms that in the framework of BESAC, if we can do it that on May 7th,
Sure.
the online program
May 7th. Got
is
it.
Sunday.
Yes.
And I wonder if 4 p.m. could work for you.
4 p.m. my time
Yes.
or 4
For
p.m. your
your
time.
time will be 6 p.m.
Okay, good.
Yes. You are in Florida, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Vasu.
I will send you the calendar invitation also to have that in the calendar.
6 p.m. Okay. I have a MacBook, so I put everything in right away. But yes,
Yes.
yes, it's quite a ways out. So yeah, I look forward to it. I'll be preparing my teachings for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think will we work great on May 7th to do the online program.
Sure. Sure.
Okay,
Sure. Sure.
perfect. So for that program, we as Arizona Faith Network to say thank you to you. We want to offer a honorarium for you. So I wonder if there is a convenient and appropriate honorarium that we can offer to you for the program.
What does that mean? Honorarium?
Yes, so to pay you something for your time.
Oh, well, I teach for free, consistent with the Theravadan tradition. Um, and on my link tree, there are links to the donations on my link tree, and the fundings go directly to buying more CBT books and to help out with the local programs that is here. Yeah. So within this tradition and practice, we cannot ask for anything except a cup of water, and but the Buddha also said you cannot refuse what is being offered to to monks, and the funding will go exactly where it needs to go. However, please don't feel obligated. My joy comes from helping and teaching for free at any point in time to anyone, your organization or any other around the world. But thank you for that and any future contributions that may arise. Yeah,
Thank you so much. We
yeah.
appreciate you. So I will suggest Arizona Faith Network to do a donation through your link tree, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the most convenient.
Okay, the
Yeah,
most convenient.
yeah.
Perfect.
Quick,
I will
fast.
share that with the organization. Yes, of course.
Yeah,
So this is with Arizona Faith Network, but I collaborate with other organizations,
sure,
as I mentioned before, and with the other organizations, I want to do also something with you,
sure,
other activities.
sure.
So for the other activities, I wonder if I can share with you my screen. I will share with you my screen to show you the planning program.
Mm,
So we have a activity with young people
mm.
with a organization called United Religions Initiative, or URI. So with that organization, we are planning to do on April 23rd
Mm-hmm.
a conversation on how young people and diverse religions could advocate for the protection on the environment.
Oh, I love environmental protection. That's one of my specialty. Also, when I went to Eckert, they emphasized literally saving the earth, the world. And
Yes.
the Buddha said, a wise person does not harm his or her environment. So let me put that in
Yes.
here. That's-
That will be also online, but this, so with the first program that I proposed to you on May 7th
Mhm,
is with the local community interfaith in Arizona, but this other program is with the United Religions Initiative,
mhm.
that is a global community.
Sure, sure,
Yes, that's on April 23rd. I will also share with you the invitation with calendar.
sure. What time is it so I can put it in my calendar now?
Yes, of course. That will be on 11 a.m. Arizona time. That means that is 1 p.m., I think.
Probably 2 p.m., huh? Because it's 3 hours, huh? It's
Yes.
okay. I put down here for now, and then we can. It's far away, so yes,
Yes, it's far away. Okay,
got it.
perfect.
Cool. I look really forward to it. These subjects make me happy.
Thank you.
But
So
we.
this specific meeting is focused for young people.
Mhm.
So in the call, you will have young people from diverse religions and diverse organizations and diverse countries, but also with diverse languages.
Mm.
So we offer simultaneous interpretation into Spanish.
Oh.
That means that is in this call, Spanish speakers and English speakers
Mm.
will be listened to you.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's impressive. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. I really need to study Spanish again.
We
I.
can practice together. That's my native language.
Yeah. I can say bicicleta.
Bicicleta, sí.
Para contiene en español, marque dos.
Sí, exacto. How did you learn that?
Eighth grade. Eighth grade.
Oh, nice.
I can read it. I can write it, but I need to go back to grammar, and I need to be around more. I one of my girlfriend used to be Mexican.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
very loving, very caring. Before becoming a monk, I have to say that. Before
Yes.
becoming a monk.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, I got to learn about a lot of the Mexican culture and family. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'd love to go to Mexico one day. My parents just came back from Mexico not too long ago.
Oh, really? Your parents
Yeah,
visit Mexico? Yes,
they visited. My father's over there across from me,
that's
but
very nice.
but
Yes,
yes, we are young representatives of peace, and the world needs to see us generation step forward and have a voice, a powerful voice to inspire them, give them permission to be true and to be them. Right? Be true, be you is what I always say. Be true and be you. Um, be gay, be very gay, be straight, whatever, be bi, transgender, just be you. And Buddhism accepts everyone for who they are. They need
yes,
a leader to say that so that they can be them no matter what's going on at home. And when people are at home, there's a lot of no, you need to behave this way. No, you can't be gay. You can't be transgender. That's wrong, wrong, wrong. God says it's wrong. God says you can't do this. No, we're pretty chill. We're laying back. We're chilling in the light. Um, but yeah, this is it always brings a smile to my face when another young representative reaches out, and I think we both have been noticing each other for a while, but I think we both were just afraid to reach out because you seem very busy. You seem even more busy than I am. So I was like, look at him go, and I always get a kick out of your shoes. I always notice the shoes, and I'm like, you know what? He makes me feel like I'm in Japan. And when I look at his shoes,
yes,
and then
yes,
I'm like, and then I said, when Venerable Vasu walks, he better bring an extra pair of Nikes because that's not comfortable walking a
that's not
mile.
comfortable. Yes, that's not comfortable. That's right.
Oh, but
Yeah,
it looks yeah, it really looks very zen. It makes people slow down when they look at your shoes. They realize that I need to take in life. I need to take one step at a time.
yes, that's the purpose of that shows too. To be
Hmm.
very mindful because it's not comfortable at all.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just to let you know, I have been noticing you as long as you've been noticing me,
Thank you.
and I think you inspire me because
Thank
of
you.
your age. See, all the phone calls are coming in. Um, you inspire me as much as hopefully how I have been perceived in your eyes. It's a long journey. I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten to know each other on a personal level, but I think both of us have gone through quite of a journey in our lives. The
Yes,
trial, the tribulation, the internalizing of one's own magnitude of suffering in order to
yes,
lead us to this path to peace. And I think you get the same joy as I do, sharing the mutual sense of joy in serving the people and seeing young people light up the way that they have lit up in the rooms and on the stage that you have stood. So I look forward to it. And, if you ever have time, I'm open to furthering the discussion and talks with you so that we get to know each other better.
thank you so much.
And would love
Yes,
to
of
meet your
course.
husband too. I think you both have stories to tell with the interracial relationship that you guys have gone through. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you have shared.
Yeah.
Yes, my husband practices Islam. He's Muslim, so we have very diverse religions. And
Mm,
also, when we met through a interfaith event in Canada.
mm.
Yeah, so
Canada.
that was through interfaith that we met.
I see. I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bernardo. So I wonder. So we are confirming the two activities with you,
Yes.
and also we would love to have you do a live stream with you in Instagram or
Sure.
Facebook with the Arizona Faith Network account and with the URI, the United Religions Initiative account.
Sure.
Uh, yes. So I wonder if there is a day that works for you, but you say that you are very flexible on the dates.
I have to be so that people like me.
Yes.
When you're too rigid, no one. They're like, oh man, it's really hard to get a hold of him. So it's
Yes.
in life, be flexible. But yeah, just let me know when you like to carry out the live stream session.
Okay. I will do it. I just need to confirm somebody. So, what would you like to do? Like an interview on Instagram or?
Yeah, whatever works for you. I
Okay.
think you guys. look at how organized you are. You will never see me that organized with the screen sharing situation and all that. You know, my the way how I approach things is just in the moment, very in the moment, and deal with suffering where it's at. Meet the student where they're at, come up with
Yes.
solutions quickly. This got to work really fast, really hard. So I actually
Yes.
never have time to prepare things. Every time when you listen to my podcast, it's literally like, what? What are we talking about? So they just mở giùm- they just ask the random questions, and I just answer it the best that I could. So, but
Perfect.
yeah, just so you guys are very connected with the social media and all of that. So you choose which platform best works for you.
Okay, perfect. I will do it. So I will just send you the calendar invitations to make easier for you the conversion on the time zone.
Sure,
Yes.
sure.
So as you can see, there is many interfaith organizations in
Yes.
which we have opportunities to collaborate.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, and I think they can't wait to hear what needs to be discussed in an effort to battle injustice and inequality. I'm really
Yes.
passionate about that. Really
Yes, of
passionate
course.
about that. I take that very deadly seriously. And before this comes to an end in 6 minutes, you have a very calming voice. It's a,
Thank you.
it's a voice that I think humanity needs because everyone is angered by the injustice and angered by the inequalities
Yes.
every single day. You know, the scientists should really take your cells and my cells and clone us
Yes.
so we can be more impactful and more influence
Yes.
around the world.
Of course, Bernardo. I
Yeah.
would love to collaborate with you and to support the things that you are doing, to give you to assistance
Mm.
in anything that you want in technology, for example, something like that. For example, if you have a meeting online on Zoom, I can help you in anything that you would like to.
Oh,
I
the
would be
basic
happy.
stuff. The basic stuff I know. Um, I have, some assistants over here too, to help me. But come here, Eric. Come say hi to Venerable Vasu. Look how young he looks. Did you hear his voice the whole time?
Yeah.
He's so calm. He's not like me. I'm aggressive.
Thank you.
See, this
Hello,
is
how
this
are
is
you?
Hello.
Eric.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, he's entering college soon for business administration.
Great.
You
How
see
old
his
are you?
face. How old are you?
17.
Oh, great. I'm
Yeah.
27, 28. So
28?
10 years of difference. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So these kids, when they jump on the computer, they can fix anything. I can't even. We're not gonna say what I cannot do, because see they laugh. They're like all the simple things I cannot do. I'm like, Eric, why is this printer not working? Come fix it. It takes him 30 seconds to fix a printer, and I would sit there for hours.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah, but thank you, and just the basic stuff I know. But one day I'd like to visit Arizona, and I think that we can change the world. I think we can change the United States as much as we can. The
Yes.
unifications of young representatives of peace.
Yes, of course. Of course, we can do it together.
That's what I
I
call
have
it.
a last question for you.
Yes.
I feel a lot of potential in you and inspiration.
Mm,
So I always feel that we need leaders like you in
mm.
United States and in the world. I wonder if you consider any time to run for office, for example.
I would run for office.
Yes?
I have the
Great.
capacity to do that. Yeah. I
Yes.
don't mind it because
Great.
in part of my studies and part of my time in the courtroom is politics,
Right.
and again, anyone who holds office in position of public trust needs to conduct themselves, needs to live a life of principle first and
Right.
foremost,
Yes.
because your life will be under examination. My life is under examination. you know I've never been convicted of a felony. In my younger days, I got in trouble with the law, but I've never been convicted of a felony. Still holds good moral character and status. But furthermore, when you see the way how I've lead my monastic life, very transparent and uniform with what I do, why I do it, the money that comes in, and anyone can examine that. it's the best way to live one's life is to open up your books for anyone to examine. Um, have clear policies, indicate what policies need to be implemented, and get people to agree and do it. And no matter how many oppositions face you, if it is for the benefit of humanity, I will stand strong, dead strong, and to defend why we need this policy right now.
Yes,
So
of
I love
course.
oppositions. I love it. You know, I've had to deal with a lot of oppositions in my life. So I'm not one to back down if I were to hold public office.
That's great. If
Yeah.
you decide that, I want to support you in the campaign. My studies are in politics, and I also very interested on that. My husband actually run in Arizona for office, local office. Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how to get started with that, and right now I don't think it's priority because given especially the funding, you need a lot of money to run for office, and it's not a possibility at this time. It would take tremendous amount of support from the people, by the people, and for the people. So when the time is right, if somebody tells me, "Hey, there's an opening, and here is $50,000 somewhere, and we'd like for you to run for whatever state, California or Arizona, Florida, and wherever," you know, well, I'll be like, "Well, what's the whole list to do? Let's do what needs to be done, because the Buddha would want that." But yeah, that's a one interesting conversation to come.
yes, of course. I'm looking forward to continue speaking with you in another time that you may have
Sure.
available.
You just let me know when, and I am there. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bernardo, for your
Yeah,
time.
no problem. I think our time is coming to an end, and please extend my gratitude and sincere appreciation for all of the interfaith group that you are with, belong to, actively working with, and that, as a representative for their organization, I like to extend. And I can't wait and looking forward to more talks. Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a
Thank
good
you so
day.
much. I'm looking forward to speaking soon.
May you be
Thank you
well,
so
be
much.
happy, be free. Sahatu.
Thank you so much, Bernardo.
Bye
See
bye.
you soon. Bye.